I'm Anil Kumar, and in this particular video, I'll discuss with you a very interesting concept which is normally not discussed in books of finding trigonometric ratios of half the angle. Normally, we get to half angle formulas by the end of this trigonometric course when we do compound angles, double angles, and then half angles. And even at that stage, it is very difficult for students to work out with finding formulas for, say, or the value of, let us say, tan 7.5. Now, in this particular case, we have taken an example with simple values. So we say we are given tan alpha equals to 3/4, find sine alpha by 2. So that is half of this angle alpha, correct? Now, I'm addressing to actually grade 10 students who know only trigonometric ratios in right triangles, and they can also solve this question. So it could be a thinking or a bonus question for them. So we'll begin with very basic concepts. One is, what is sine? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan is opposite over adjacent in any given triangle. So if I have a triangle kind of like this, let me make one here, and if I label this sine, theta as this angle, and if I call opposite side as this, hypotenuse as this side, and adjacent that one, normally side should be written in lowercase, but just to go with the formula. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. So that is one concept which we will use. Very simple, basic. The second concept which I am going to apply here is exterior angle theorem. Now, if I am given a triangle, let me make another triangle this time. Let us say if I have a triangle kind of like this, let me make a triangle like this, okay? And if I extend this, if this angle is, let us say, angle phi, I'm purposely using Greek letters, then, and if these two sides, okay, let me not make them equal now, then let's say if this side is alpha and this side is beta, in that case, phi is equal to alpha plus beta. So the exterior angle is sum of two interior angles, correct? So we say that the exterior angle is sum of two remote interior angles. So we say exterior angle, let me rewrite here. Sum of remote, which is away, right? Remote interior angles. Now this concept is learned in grade 9, so it is known to most of my students. Now look here what happens. If I say that these two sides are equal, in that case, if I say if alpha equals to beta, right, that means phi, the exterior angle, will be 2 alpha, and we can say alpha is phi by 2. Do you see that? So we get half the angle if we have a situation kind of like this. So that is the concept which will help you solve such questions, right? So all these concepts are very basic, as you have seen, and we are going to apply this now. So I hope this is clear, right? Now let's look into the question. We are given tan alpha is 3/4. So the best thing is to kind of sketch it on a coordinate plane, correct? When I say tan alpha is 3/4, that means opposite side is 3 and adjacent is 4. So let me make a triangle kind of like this. Now if I drop a perpendicular from here, you know tan alpha means this angle alpha. 3/4 means 3/4, correct? Or you could also say that the coordinate plane, if I treat this point as the origin, then that point is x value of 4, y value of 3. Does it make sense? Correct? So let me call this point as, let's say, P. Okay. Now we'll begin from here and develop something like this to get to half angle. Now, from here, what is OP equals to? So OP is equal to square root of, we'll apply the Pythagorean theorem, 3 square plus 4 square square root. Perfect. Now that is square root of 9 plus 16, which is square root of 25. So I've taken very simple values to work with. So this side is 5. You get to this, correct? Now, so we have come to kind of this situation. We know that is our exterior angle as phi in that particular case. Think about taking a point which is same units, OP units, on this side of the axis. So if I take a point which is 5 units here, so if I make these two sides equal, 5 units on this side, and join P with that point and join P with this point. So if I join this point with P, do you see that? And I label this point as Q. So let me call this point as R now. Okay. So in that case, what happens? Since these two sides are equal, alpha is an exterior angle, as I explained here, which is phi here, so just change, right? Okay, so this angle should be what? It should be half of alpha. So this angle here should be alpha by 2. Do you get the idea? This is an exterior angle. It is sum of these two angles. Both these angles are equal since these sides are 5 units each. It's an isosceles triangle. Got it? So the triangle PQO, we know that OQ is equals to OP. Is it okay? So that means isosceles triangle, correct? That means that the angle PQO is equal to angle OPQ, correct? And that also means that alpha is equals to twice those angles, right? Twice angle PQO, right? And therefore, which implies that angle PQO is alpha by 2. Does make sense to you? So we did the same thing here. So I'm taking my time to explain you the concept. The other part is very simple. Do you see that? So the concept is important. So as you can see, that angle is alpha by 2. Now, let me take this little part of the page which is vacant, waiting for things to happen. Now here we will actually do what is required to be done. Find sine alpha by 2. So from here we know alpha is the angle, exterior angle. So alpha by 2 is that remote interior angle. First let us find tan alpha by 2, just to make it simple. Tan alpha by 2 is opposite over adjacent side. Perfect. Opposite side is this 3 for angle alpha by 2. We'll consider the triangle PQR. So what are we considering in triangle PQR? Okay, so look at this triangle, the big one now, PQR. Perfect. In this particular triangle, you can see that tan alpha by 2 is equal to, opposite side is 3 and adjacent is 5 plus 4, which is 9. Which is 9. So tan alpha by 2 is 1 over 3. Got it? Simple, right? Now to find sine alpha by 2, I have to find what QP is, right? QP. So let's find what QP is. Well, QP is the hypotenuse of the right triangle. This is perpendicular to the x-axis. So it should be square root of 3 square plus 9 square, which means, well, I could take 9 square outside. That gives me 3 outside, but that's too complicated. Let's just do this. It means 3 square is 9, this is 81, and that is square root of 90, correct? Now, square root of 90 can be written as, square root of 90 could be written as, let me do it, 3, I should want to write 3 outside the bracket. So let me do like this, 9 times 10, which is 3 square root 10, correct? So this hypotenuse is 3 square root 10. Perfect. So that is simple maths, which may be difficult for grade 9 and 10 students, but I hope that's why I've taken all this time here. Now it is simple. Sine alpha by 2 should be opposite over hypotenuse, correct? That means the side opposite is 3 divided by hypotenuse, which is 3 square root 10, or 1 over square root 10. Got it? That is how you're going to do it. And if you want to find cos alpha by 2, you could find that also it is adjacent over hypotenuse, 9 over 3 square root 10, which makes it 3 over square root 10. Do you see that? So you could find all trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine, and tan, simply from your basic knowledge of what you've learned. That is this, correct? And these are the exact values. Now this concept should help you to really work with trigonometric functions without any difficulty. Normally I find students of grade 12 even working hard to understand half angle formulas, but I think if they watch this video they will understand how simple it could be, right? Now here is a question for you. Find cos of 22.5 degrees, which is cos 45 degrees divided by 2, correct? Let this be a practice question for you, right? Let this be a practice question for you. Write down your answers below. I need exact value. Is it okay? So don't use your calculators. All this is without calculator. Now feel free to write your suggestions and your views about this video. I'm going to share with you many others where we'll talk about basic concepts really missing from the books should be included. If you like and if you share my videos, that'll be great. Thanks a lot for watching. All the best.